So, there's a lot going on in this room, and so I'll try and explain as much as I can. The small tank, which is over here, this is the hot water tank. So the solar panels that are on the roof, when there's sun out, are heating up all of this volume of water, and when we need heat addition to the solar, then this is also hooked to that boiler outside. So this essentially is a big, well, not big, but it's 30 gallons of hot water that then can be distributed throughout the system. So then it can get pumped to any one of these tanks, any of the different tanks, to provide heat for the different processes. This one here in the corner is the processor. So this is where the actual biodiesel is made. This tank here is traditionally usually used for settling. So once the biodiesel is made, it can get transferred over here to settle out. When you make biodiesel, you end up with biodiesel and glycerin are the two byproducts. The biodiesel obviously you're going to use for the fuel, and the glycerin needs to be separated out. So this tank here, which has a conical bottom, is good to sit in for, say, a day or two, depending on when somebody gets out here. And then that glycerin can be drained off of the bottom of it. Both of these tanks are used for washing the fuel. And I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about the process has evolved tremendously in the last couple of years since.
Actually, we've got some glycerin here if you want to see kind of what the glycerin looks like. It's a really dark black. And it has methanol bound up in it, but you can demethylate it and make soap, glycerin soap out of it if you want. Zach can explain the actual chemistry better than I can, since he was chemistry geek in master's. But this is where we do the titration, and we can do one here after a bit. But the titration is basically taking the oil that comes in and determining how much catalyst we're going to need to make the reaction. So you can just see, I mean, the oil that comes in, I mean, it's vastly different quality. So this is from one restaurant in town, and this is from another restaurant in town. So you can see the difference, you know, why we need to check how much catalyst we need. So after we determine how much catalyst, and the catalyst is a mixture of potassium hydroxide and methanol, and that's mixed together, you know, once we determine the concentration, that's mixed together in this tank, and it's